With the construction of the Strata relay down on Earth, we got a brand new gun, the Zylok. And this one looks absolutely phenomenal. It has the same design language as the Sybaris rifle family. Today we're gonna be diving deeper into it. It's mastery rank 6, and we're gonna have a look at a cheap build, something affordable that anybody can build, but we also have a classic endgame setup with a Riven. That being said though, please keep in mind that my builds and guides follow a new player friendly approach, simply because I want anybody watching to understand how the weapon functions and how it should be built. So if you're a veteran of the game and already know most of this stuff, then please have a little patience. And with that out of the way, let's jump into the Zylok. Let's begin by having a look at the weapon and how it behaves without any mods equipped. And for that I'm simply going to be taking a couple of free shots at the wall. The Zylok is a semi-weapon equipped with a duplex trigger. Pretty much like the Tigris Prime or Sancti Tigris. If you ever used the duplex trigger before, you will understand what this means. Now we got 8 shots in a clip, and at the click of a button we're going to be firing 2 of those shots. You will see that the second shot kind of climbs up from the initial one because of the recoil. Both of the shots are pinpoint accurate for the most part, but again the recoil climbs your aim, so that's why you get a bit of a difference between the two. This is not a burst gun, definitely not. So what you can do is fire one shot, hold your trigger, press down and release when you're good and ready, and you're gonna get tremendous accuracy out of both of the bullets. And that's pretty much it. Let's jump in this test to see precisely what we're dealing with. Mod capacity is gonna be 60 out of 60, and if your Zylok is only 30 out of 30, then jump into actions and install an Auto King Catalyst. This one can be obtained from alerts, invasions, or if you're lucky, from the daily sortie. Now I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say, if you're more new to Warframe, if you're MR6, 7, 8, 9 and don't have that many resources, no need to plug a catalyst into this weapon, save it for your better weapons. Next, the Zylok has been formatted a total of 5 times, but this was done only for the purpose of testing. For the weapon builds I'm recommending you guys, no format will be required, as I do not recommend this gun. Accuracy is 23.5, which is awesome. This is better than the fabled Lex Prime. Unfortunately, the weapon doesn't have all that much power behind it. Critical chance is low at 8%, but the multi is nice at 2.0x, so you can get some value with Harrow out of this one. Again, when you don't have a high base crit chance, you can use certain tricks to get around it, stuff like Harrow or maybe Arcane Avenger. Fire rate of 1.5 with a magazine of 8, reload of 1.2. This is all fine and dandy. Again, the reload is kind of quick. The magazine is solid considering this is the type of revolver gun that was supposed to carry one big punch. Unfortunately for us, it doesn't carry that big of a punch. Riven disposition is going to be 3 out of 5. Once again, when brand new weapons get released, he gives them the middle disposition. So we're going to be getting decent Rivens for the Zylok. Unfortunately, currently they're very pricey. The cheapest one I saw so far was about 250 plat. No need to go out of your way to get a Riven. Trigger duplex, and when it comes to the default damage on the weapon or the IPS, you got a high amount of slash followed by impact and a small amount of puncture. It would have been a lot better if the puncture and impact were reversed in value, but there you go. Let's start slapping on some mods, starting with mandatory mods. Hornet Strike, 220% extra damage. And speaking of damage, we cannot leave out Auger Pact this time. Normally this is a mod that I never really find room for, but considering the Zylok's base crit chance is only 8%, we're gonna have room for Auger Pact with 90% extra damage. Next, we're gonna go to multi-shot barrel diffusion and the lethal torrent. 180% multi-shot between these two mods and 60% fire rate. Now, out of the fire rate, you're not gonna get a huge benefit in the case of the Zylok. Lethal torrent is here strictly for the multi-shot, and you can get this mod from alerts. It pops up every 3-4 days, something like that. From the trade chat, 5 flat, 10 on an absolute max. Next, we're gonna be adding some elemental damage to the weapon, and this should be applied depending on your encounter. Against Corpus, against Infested, against Grenier. Once again, pick and choose depending on what exactly are you doing. Today I'm gonna be going up against Grenier, Corrupted Heavy Gunner, so they are equipped with Ferrite Armor. And against Ferrite Armor and against Grenier in general, your best bet is to build Corrosive Damage, which is the elemental combo between Electricity and Toxin. Currently in Warframe, Corrosive is one of the best things you can build along with Viral. We're gonna go for both the 60s and the 90 mods, Jolt and Convulsion for Electricity. When it comes to Toxin, Pistol Pestilence and Pathogen rounds, but let's put it like this. Yes. There we go. So when it comes to these 4 mods, the only one that is a bit of a pain to get is Jolt. This one is only brought by Battleketeer, the Void Trader, from the trade chat on PC, going for about 100 plat. Pistol Pestilence is from Corrupted War in the Void, this one from the trade chat 10 to 15 plat. You are going to need Jolt if you want to get the most out of the Zylok, but to be honest, I don't recommend you hassling over it all that much. We got 4,822 corrosive. Keep in mind that when it comes to status procs in Warframe, the IPS, the physical types, impact, puncture, and slash have a 4 times greater chance of proccing over elemental types such as corrosive, which is why you need this much of an element. If you actually want to proc it, you're gonna need to get it above slash or above impact times 4. And if I was to multiply slash times 4, I'm gonna be coming up with 3,600, something like that. We're gonna be testing the weapon out like this. Let's see what kind of results we can get out of the Zylok. Like I said before, level 120 corrupted heavy gunner. And once again, you can burst fire, 2 little bullets in his head, or you can go for the steady approach and just wait for the recoil to settle down. You gotta get into a bit of a rhythm with it, and as you can see, this is pretty much what the Zylok can do. That was what, 2 clips and still not dead. Now let's go for a bit of a rapid fire approach. Two clips again. This is gonna be 1 clip. 2 clips. It normally takes about 2 clips to kill one of these high level targets. So as you can see, the performance of the Zylok isn't really there. But then again, was it really supposed to be a performer? This is only a keepsake, a memento of the brand new relay. Well, brand new for PC at least, because we let the old one get destroyed. It's not supposed to be some endgame weapon. It looks cool though, so there is that. However, there's one more way you can build a weapon. Hold your horses. Okay, we do have a slash build for the Zylok. We can take advantage of the high innate slash value on the weapon, and this is directly a slash build. Pistol Pestilence and Frostbite, 260 mods. These together will form viral damage, because once again this time we're going for slash, and I want my slash to be proccing, so I'm adding maim 120% slash, bringing my slash value to almost 2000, so it's number 1 on the proc pecking order. As for my mod of choice, my option slot was to stunning speed, 10% status chance and 40% reload speed. Here's another good idea though. I never really can decide between stunning speed and this one is called, what was it called again? It's 40% cold and mag capacity, and it's called Ice Storm. Again, this is gonna come down to you and your personal preference. I'm gonna be going with stunning speed, which reduces my reload time. Once again, same targets as before. I'm kind of rushing through these because honestly the weapon is not really worth a full review, but I know a lot of you guys wanted to see it, so there you go. 2 clips and let's go for free. As you can see, you can get some slashes on the target. Not a whole lot of them, because again you're not pulling that many bullets into a target and the values aren't really all that high, but we do have a slash value on the weapon of almost 2000 right now. So as you can see, yes, the weapon can slash a little bit. Is it more powerful than X, Y, and Z? No, probably not. This is honestly, out of all the weapon reviews I have done, this has got to be the most weakest weapon out of all of them. But then again, I didn't review the Kraken or the Seer or stuff like that. Anyway, we do have one more build to showcase, and this is gonna be a Riven setup. Yes, I did spend my hard-earned plat for Riven for the review, and this one has multi-shot and slash. Yay, multi-shot and slash after 10 rolls. That means that this one is ideal for a slash build. Check out my slash value now, 4,318. That will do absolutely nothing for the value of my slashes. However, it does increase the proc priority of slash by a whole lot, and speaking of which, in this configuration, the priority is slash, followed by impact, viral, and puncture. And we're gonna test the weapon out like this with a dispo-free Riven with multi-shot and slash. It should make quite a bit of difference, shouldn't it? Again, this is dispo-free we're talking about. And we're gonna go for headshots. Once again, I'm gonna empty about 2 clips in this target's head. Normally with a slash build, once again, you hit a target till about 50% HP, then let the bleeds do the magic in combination with the viral effect. And you will see that you will be getting viral on the target. Consistent enough when it comes to viral. Again, it's prio number 3. But it's not that bad. As you can see, you can make do with it, and there are a lot more slashes on the target simply because I do have a higher slash value. So if I'm proccing something, I got about an 80% chance of it being slashed, and I only need 1 or 2 viral procs to get the most out of a build such as this. As for our conclusions to the Zylok, well, You gotta ask yourself, do you need the best weapons in Warframe in order to have fun? Because I sure as hell do not. Now, the Zylok is not one of the best secondaries in the game. Not even in the middle bunch, more towards the bottom of the battle. However, it does look cool, and for me at least, it will serve as a memento, a keepsake of the event and the Strata relay, which I do love. Head on over to the Strata relay, you will find a couple of surprises there. I'm not gonna spoil anything. As for the Zylok, no guys, this is not a very powerful weapon. If you're a veteran in Warframe, then you're gonna probably go out of your way and max it out because there's simply not any more content for you to go through. However, if you don't have unlimited resources and you want a strong secondary weapon, then I recommend you look somewhere else. Sometimes my job simply entails to warn you against potentially weak weapons. Sadly for us, this is one of those times. As always, my name has been Leyzar. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, favorite, share, and subscribe if you enjoy the content. If you have any feedback for me or would like to request a specific weapon review, then by all means, leave it in the comment section down below. I can't realistically promise you that it will be done by next time or even within a week because these reviews do take quite a bit of time. However, I will be reading through each and every comment. Until next time, my friends. Bye bye.